Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Caprispillingthetea Lifestyle Tips. And I know it has been how long since I talked to y'all? The last video I think I brought to you guys, let me turn my dial up. The last video I think I brought to you guys was how to make money being yourself on YouTube. That's the last video I brought to y'all, and then I kind of like vanished, went away. But I'm going to let y'all know, because y'all my tea spillers, and you know I got to spill a tea on me too, and let y'all know where I was at. But before I do that, I want to say to all of my new people, because I do see I have like 1 or 2 new subscribers, I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. Come on over here. We talk about money, couponing, how to save money, budgeting, everything, how to be yourself, how to be skillful, and all that. So if you want to know how to save money, make money, be yourself, do things for yourself, then y'all need to be here. Subscribe. All right, so anywho, so where was I? I was home. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't travel or anything like that. But I was home. I was actually getting into my yard like I love to do. I was being a mother. I was being a wife. The last time I spoke to you guys, besides how to make money being yourself, was my contract was up. So my contract was actually up in May. May 27th was my last day on my job. And I haven't been on a contract job since then. Now, they did want to put me on a contract job, and it was making some money too, but I was like, you know what? I need a break. I need a break. And I told myself that I was going to come back and let you guys know about how to get contract jobs, and I did not do that. But I am going to do a video on how to get contract jobs for y'all can stack y'all money and chill just like me. Because it's been, what, 6 months? May, June, July, August, September? 4 months. It's been 4 months. And I have not been on a job since May. So, and I'm chilling, you know, still spending money like I'm on a job. I do have other income coming in, but I'm chilling. But I'm going to let that rest for another video. Today, I wanted to bring you guys an article. So, let me be clear. On my other channel, Pisces Moon Goddess, I just actually changed that channel to Caprispillingthetea on astrology, because I bring articles to them about astrology stuff and all that. Honestly, I've been wanting to bring you guys articles because I absolutely love to read. And I wanted to also bring you guys articles that you can read as well. Now, you don't have to read them. Granted, you don't have to read them. You can listen to what I say and just take it for what it is. But I was just scrolling through this article here on Business Insider. And it was about a couple that moved from Wyoming to South Carolina, and they only stayed in South Carolina for 5 months due to the cost of living in traffic. Now, y'all know your girl from South Carolina. I'm Gullah Geechee all the way. I wasn't born here. I was born overseas, but this is my mom's like home location, whatever. So my husband and I, we did settle and purchase a home here. Now, I already read the article. I was going to do a screenshot and bring the article up in the back, but I'm not going to do that. I'll do a screenshot and I'll just show you guys the article, and I'll link the article down below. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about this article for a second. And I want you guys to comment at the bottom and tell me, like, what do you think about it? So there was this couple called the Mitchells. They are from Mississippi originally. And they moved to a small town in Wyoming in 2022. By the end of 2023, the couple was ready to relocate. So you could tell they were one of these adventurous couples. Like, they don't have any kids. They only got a dog. And they like to move around. Get it? Got it? Okay. So they said after visiting Charleston in January, they wanted to, they liked the town. They liked it down here. They love the beaches. Everything was good. And they say it was good weather. And plus they wanted to get to the southern roots. Most people, they do come down here because of the Gullah roots and the weather, the beaches, and all that good stuff. And that's cool. Y'all can come to visit, but don't come to stay. But anyway, I'm going to get to why you don't need to come to stay. All right. Also, her husband, Dawson, who's 27, he said they will be closer to family and friends if they move down this way. So they decided to pack up all their stuff from Wyoming. And if I'm not mistaken, Wyoming gets cold, they get snow and all that stuff. They packed up all their stuff. And since Morgan, his wife, 28, she loved beaches in the towns, and I guess Rainbow Road, we do have Rainbow Road down here. She loved all that. It was like, cool, we can move down to Charleston. They were interested in that. All right, so they moved down. Morgan was offered a job in the industry, and also Dawson was a bartender, and he also worked for like a HVAC sales company. So they were cool on their jobs when they came down here. And that's one thing that I did when I moved to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta in 2013. I got the job first, and then I looked for an apartment. And in Atlanta, I know there's this place where you could go to. They ask you, where do you want to move to, like reload, like where you want your apartment, where's your job, for everything to be close in that vicinity, and they find it for you. I cannot remember where that company is located, where it's at, but somebody told us about them, and we went there, and it was perfect. Like, we didn't have to do anything. They did everything. They told us the price range, everything. All I had to do was sign the application for the apartment, and once I got approved, that was that. All right, so they got their jobs. They did all that. They said, but just 5 months after they relocated, the Mitchells discovered Charleston didn't live up to their hype for them. Charleston challenges. First of all, before I get into the Charleston challenges, I'm just going to talk about challenges everywhere. There is challenges everywhere. We are a small town in South Carolina. We do not have a lot of breathing room. We are really at the edge. Look at the map. We are at the edge. We are at our peak. You can't have 1 million people live in Charleston. And even though they're trying to make all these roads, we're going to collapse like California if you keep coming down here, bringing people down here. And I'm not against people coming down here. I'm really not. It's just a simple fact that it's a small town. Everybody and their mama can't stay down here. I know y'all love the beaches, but there's beaches somewhere else. Visit and go. And some people, and I get it. Some people, they just want to embody the city, so they want to be there. And it's the same thing in Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, I was like, you know what, this is a place to come visit, but it's not a place to come stay. It was too many people in Atlanta. And just, my job was literally like 10 minutes away. Same thing in this article. She said her job was literally like, I don't want to lie to y'all, so that's why I say look at the article. But she said her job was basically like right there, but it took like 45 minutes to get home. It was crazy, a freaking nightmare. And it really doesn't make any sense to move somewhere and feel frustrated. You're supposed to be moving there because you want to embody the city, but you can't embody the city when you have traffic, a whole bunch of people when you go grocery shopping. The lines are so long. And the same thing that I thought of Atlanta, I guess that's the same thing that they thought of moving to South Carolina. Like, oh, we're going to spend time at the beaches, we're going to eat good soul food and all this good stuff like that. But it's hard when there's just so many people and it's so congested. That's what she was talking about in this article. They were saying how it was just so congested. And they also were talking about their rent. So when it came down to their rent, they said that they didn't want anything over, if I'm not mistaken, it was like $1,500, $1,800. So according to Zillow, the medium rent in the city of Charleston, South Carolina is $2,800. But the Mitchells didn't want the place to cost more than $2,000 a month or below. So they struggled to find an apartment. Let me see. She said eventually they found an apartment on Facebook Marketplace with 5 months left on its lease at $1,850 each month. So that was good for them. But she said after that, the mortgage went up because they had like 5 more months. She said after that, the mortgage went up to like $2,250. And they said no, they were not going to pay that. That's another thing. These, when you're renting, and this is the reason why I got out of renting. When you're renting, you can rent at $900 everything good, nothing changing in the apartment because you can't change anything in their apartment, you could rent at $900. Your year comes around, now it's $1,500. And you're asking them the question, what are y'all changing? What are y'all doing? Oh, we put new vinyl on the siding. That's outside the house, sir. I don't live outside the apartment. Well, we could put new carpets on your floor. Well, that's something that y'all should be doing anyway. Oh, we could paint your walls. It's like they do little things. And now that I am a homeowner, I do know now I'm smarter. And I'm like, they do little things that only cost paint. Paint only costs $52 at the most. The big thing of paint, because I just bought some paint to paint my ceiling in my bathroom. Little things they buy and they go up on everybody rent. Now, y'all know, let me pull out my calculator because y'all know it ain't a video if I don't pull out my calculator. So paint only costs $52. Apartments are not that big. Let's be honest. Especially not in South Carolina. It's not like huge. So you mean to tell me you buy paint, excuse me, for $52 and you gonna go up on my mortgage? Let's say it was $900. You go up to $1,500, so you go up $600, but you only painted my room, one room, because they only paint one room. $52 worth of paint, and you go up $600. Make it make sense. And although I know everybody don't want to be a homeowner, have that responsibility, I get it. But when you sit down and you actually think, like, having a home is like having an apartment, because you really don't own your home anyways either, because you have to pay taxes. But at least you get more out of being a homeowner, because right now, if I decide to put my home up for sale, it's going to be more than what we paid for it when we purchased this home. And when we move, we don't even have to like sell our home. We can actually rent it out and get money. You can't rent out an apartment and get money. Well, they got, well, I can't say that, because now they're doing what is that thing called? Airbnb. They purchase a lease in their name, and then I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if you can still do that. Purchase a lease in your name and then Airbnb it out. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all can do that. But I know as a homeowner, if I want to, I can rent this, I'm about to curse, but I can rent this house out if I want. So anyways, in this article, they decided to return home. And they said that they went to Louisville and got an apartment that cost $1,350 a month, $900 less than what they have paid similar to Charleston unit. I don't want y'all to think y'all can move down here to Charleston, South Carolina, and things are going to be cheap. Because I will be lying if I tell y'all things are going to be cheap. Things are not going to be cheap. Charleston went up like Atlanta. Charleston went up like Vegas. And that's only because a lot of people are moving down here, and we have to, not we as the people, but I guess the governor, whatever, they have to exude to their needs or whatever. And there's really nothing to do in Charleston, to be honest with y'all, because in Charleston all we do is work, eat good food, work in our yard if you're a homeowner, and that's it. There's no skating ring. They took down the skating ring. I don't see no bowling alley. There's probably one bowling alley in West Ashley, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't see many bowling alleys. They have a couple of places for kids to do like their little jumping thing on Rivers Avenue, but it's nothing really fantastical to do down here. We do have the beaches, but the beaches are, like she said in the article, the beaches are like slam packed. It's so many people down there going to the beaches, it's slam packed. You barely can get room on the sand to just like put your stuff, because you're so close, because there's so many people at the beaches. Like now our seagulls are fat. Why our seagulls are fat? They used to be skinny. They fat because everybody feeding them. Back in the day, you used to get 1 or 2 people on the beaches and they're miles apart, so the seagulls ain't really had much to eat whatever in the water they eat. Now everybody coming down here, oh look at the seagulls, and feeding our seagulls down there too fat to fly. I'm telling you, my husband, he from Memphis, Tennessee. He didn't even know what a seagull was. He was like, what's that? What type of bird is that? I said, that's a seagull. Because he was eating his sandwich and the seagull was like literally looking at him. And he was like, why is this bird, like what type of bird sits there and stare at you and you're shooing him away and he doesn't go? I said, well, that's a seagull. He is waiting for you to feed him, because that's what we do. We feed our seagulls. But now with so many people on the beaches, everybody feeding the seagulls, you know? So I just wanted to bring this article to you guys because I'm at 15 minutes and I didn't want to be too long, but I just wanted to bring this article to you guys because y'all know I'm all about money. We're talking about money. And I'm all about finances. And I know some people are like, oh, I'm moving, it's too high here. It's high everywhere. Pick your struggle. Pick your struggle, because honestly, it's high everywhere. I would definitely say before you go anywhere, because it sounds like they just kind of moved down here once they got their jobs, but I would say visit the state first. And when you do visit the state as if you're going to live there. Look for an apartment. See how much it will cost. Look at jobs and stuff like that, and then sit down and be like, well, if I move here, this is how much it's going to be. This is how much the apartment's going to be. This is what the job is giving me. Like, do all that before you move, because honestly, I only stayed in Atlanta for like a year and a half, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, because the job that I had was paying South Carolina's pay, but they was like on California budget. Like, literally, they were charging, like, the apartment I was in, I think it was like $7. It was $7, yeah. But the money I was making was like 10 or 11 an hour. It was 7 or 8, and then they were going up. Like I say, when you rent, you got to be careful because they go up. They were going up, and I was only making like 10 or 11 an hour, and it was not working. And we were struggling. And at the time, that's when me and my husband, we were like dating at the time. And even it was hard for him to get a job. He didn't have a vehicle at the time, so he was catching the MARTA, which was fine because everybody catches the MARTA and it's cheaper. I had a truck at the time, so we had one vehicle. It was crazy. And then we ended up moving to Memphis, and I was just like, Memphis is okay, but Memphis wasn't really for me. So I was like, I'm ready to move back home. And then when we moved back home, everything started popping like it was supposed to. You know, we got a job, we bought this home, and we've been in this home for 6 years now. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring you guys this article. Please read this article because it's crazy. They're also on TikTok. So I'm going to put the article down below. And just like I said, I am going to come back and tell you guys how to get contract jobs. It's just that I saw this article and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start bringing articles to this channel too, just like I bring it to my PMG channel, because these are some good articles out here that people write about, and I just want to bring it to y'all. Before y'all get up and move, look at the prices. Y'all might be just moving y'all struggle somewhere else and struggling just as hard. So anyways, I love you guys. Comment down below. Get the conversation popping down below. Let me know if you guys move somewhere and regret it, or if you want to move somewhere and you already did the homework and the research on it and you like, yeah, definitely I'm getting up out of here. Other than that, I love you guys, and as always, keep spilling the tea. Bye.